a demonstration for the simple welt. The simple welt is just the opening part for a welt pocket. So to construct a simple welt, we have our pant back. Underneath you'll see I've already sewn the dart, taking care to go just a ½ inch past your punch mark, and pressed it with the bulk facing towards the center back. The 2 marks here are what's indicated on your pattern. These are also punch holes. If you're doing actual fabric, do not mark it in Sharpie. This is only for you to see it in a demonstration. This would be a chalk or something or a thread tack or something much more subtle. We're going to place our welt piece with the fusing side up, so it's face to face on the garment, matching the punch holes on the welt to the punch holes on the pant. I've connected the dots with a straight line that I just drew with a pen. Use a pencil or chalk also on actual garment. This is going to be your first stitch line. What we're doing here is just attaching the 2 pieces, so don't backstitch. Do take care though that you stop right where you're supposed to, so walking it at the end is always a good idea. Removing the pins, clipping your threads, grab your ruler and your pen, pencil, chalk. We're going to draw a line 1/4 inch above your stitch line and 1/4 inch below. Those are going to be your stitch lines to form the welt. You're also going 1/4 inch past each punch line, so make sure you indicate that pretty obviously for yourself. In this case, I'm going to do 2 little hash mark endings. I'm going to do the same on the bottom. It has to line up top to bottom. If it doesn't, you'll end up with this piece being crooked. So this has to be completely right angled. So that's what it should look like. Now we're going to stitch from end to end on both lines. These are crucial for the corners, so you do need to backstitch when you start and when you finish. So remember to start with your needle down into your fabric. If you just start sewing, you're likely to unthread the machine. So we're going to stitch forward and back. Coming to the end, if you're concerned you might overshoot it, do the same thing, walk it. You can also walk backwards. Releasing it from the machine, clip your threads, do the other line. You're also going to be sewing in monochromatic thread on your real fabric. It won't be quite this ugly and obvious. So do take care that your lines are easy to see. Okay, so we've set ourselves up properly. What's going to happen here is this is going to cut, and these 2 pieces of fabric will form your welt. So to prep us for that, we're going to first fold our 2 welts into place and press them down. So you're looking for 1/4 inch above your stitch line here. It's going to go like that, and then 1/4 inch below your stitch line here. And you'll see that this almost evens up the top and the bottom of your 2 welt pieces. So quickly, I'm just going to go to the iron. This doesn't work so well finger pressing. We really need a nice edge here. So take the time to make it to the iron. Okay, so those are now stitched in so that when we turn them we have a nice crisp edge. Now we are going to clip. This center line that you stitched first is going to be a cut line. Oh, I didn't sew 1/4 inch past, oops. Look, I made a mistake, and I'm going to fix it by coming in 1/4 inch from there, because you see I took my extension lines to the punch hole. So in this case I'm going to bring my center clip back. So now I'm going to cut along that line. Straight, stopping at the punch hole. Straight, stopping at the punch hole. Now I want to clip just the welt piece all the way to and through to that punch hole. What we're doing is actually separating the 2 welt pieces. The fabric of the pant has not separated, only the welt pieces have. So clipping to and through. It's also why this line's not backstitched, because it's just a support piece. That's formed our 2 separate pieces. Now we have to clip to be able to turn this around. In the clipping, you don't want to clip your welt piece, you only want to clip the pant. So now we're going to fold this back so that you see just the fabric of your pant and clip out at an angle from your opening to your stitch line there. So you're making a little diamond. So do the same on the other side, like that. Other corner, you want to get really, really close to that stitching without going through. If you clip through it, you're going to have a problem because you've taken away your stability. So separate pieces, clip to the corners. Now we can flip it. So now you're rolling to the inside. Want to pull them through. You got to tug on the corners a little bit, but not too hard, so that you have two separate pieces. This is where your pressing should help you. Your seam allowances go up. I'm going to flip back over to check that we've made a nice closure to this. You want your welts to kiss right there, and you can see because of the plaid here how nicely they line up. Once you get them to kiss, the way you're going to stabilize it is by folding this pant out of the way. And then you see this little triangle of fabric and your two folds. You're going to stitch right in this ditch here. You want to get as close as you possibly can. I'm going to just back stitch a little walk stitch there without going into the fold of the pant itself. Like that, so that from the front, it's a really clean little corner. I'm going to go over here, do the same thing on the other side. I want to make sure that the welts haven't folded down any. They're still the same size. Fold the pant back again, looking for that little triangle and my two folds. I'm going to stitch that little corner in. Also getting as close as I can to the pant without actually sewing on the pant. Then I want to look at it from the front, and I would take it back to the iron and do another press, and that completes a simple welt.